We have a new thief in the garden. Recently, we've had a lot more squirrels in the yard than we used to, and unfortunately, they're creating quite the problem. They take one bite out of each fruit and then drop it down to the ground, creating a wasteful, frustrating mess. Luckily, in Florida, you can hunt gray squirrels year-long, so if you can't beat them, eat them. While it may seem strange to some people, in many places, squirrels are considered a delicacy, and because of their fast reproductive rates, they're actually a very sustainable food source. Easiest way to hunt these is by using a high-powered air rifle, but if you're doing it on your property within the city limits, be sure to check with your city ordinances and local law enforcement to make sure you're doing everything legally. Now it's time to get to cooking. Tonight I'm gonna make fried squirrel with gravy. The first step is we need to clean the squirrel. If you're curious on how to do that, there's plenty of tutorials online, but here I like to keep it as PG as possible. After the squirrel's been cleaned, you'll be left with the meat from the legs as well as the backstrap. Next, you want to soak the meat in buttermilk for at least 1 hour, preferably overnight. Next, I added some seasonings to some all-purpose flour, coated our squirrel bites in it, and it was time to fry. After they were a crispy golden brown, I removed them and let the excess oil drain off on some paper towels. Next, to make a simple gravy, I discarded most of the oil from the pan and dropped in about a tablespoon of butter. Then I slowly added in some of our leftover seasoned flour. And last but not least, I added in a cup of whole milk. Then I just cooked it down until it thickened up. Added it to a bowl and topped it with our fried squirrel. And just like that, dinner is served. First bite of fried squirrel with gravy. Not bad. I would say the taste of it is pretty similar to chicken, but the texture is definitely a bit more chewy. Initially, I was a little nervous that this would have a little bit of a gamey flavor, kind of like quail, because I'm not the biggest fan of that. But honestly, it's pretty good. It tastes just like chicken, just a little bit more tough. Now I'm gonna finish my squirrel, but get outside and see what you can find.